All right, all right. Let's hope this worked. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Let me know if you can see, hear me, all that good stuff, because I can't tell. I assume I'm live, but so we were chatting before we got started. Bailey, you're looking at your novel open in a second tab, untouched. Yeah, we kind of ended up in a little bit of an internet rabbit hole chat before we got started talking about vintage costume designers. I think it's really funny how YouTube works in such a way that it is a binge machine. You know, you start with one thing and then the next thing you know, 4 hours have gone by and you don't know what's happened. Which is why things like the productivity and study streams work well for me. Oh, is my audio coming through? Let's see. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, no, it's always so hard to tell when you're the only one on this side because you're just staring at a screen and hoping that everything is going fine. All right, so we're here to get things done, or at least that's the idea. I have 2 exams this week. I have a project due that I still am struggling to wrap my hands around the more technical aspects of. And next week I start a major research project, and not like a school assignment research project, like I'm going to be in a lab doing things that could potentially be published kind of research project, which is awesome and terrifying. We're going to focus on the awesome part though. But first things first, gotta pass my finals. And so Bailey, you're working on your book at the moment. Which novel is this? Do you only have one on the go at the moment, or more than one? And let me know how long you think you want to go to start off with. Should we just go for like a tenor just to get things going? Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really cool, but so stressful because you're just like, and I'm on level 12, so I'm next to the room where they put the virus of a certain name. And I'm like, I'm aware that in a lab you're as safe as you're going to be. That doesn't make it less stressful. Okay, so you technically only have one work in progress. Naomi! Hello, my darling. How was North Sweden? How was your birthday? Happy birthday! Thank you for joining. For those who don't know, Naomi has a channel, Naomi and Jack, and it's phenomenal. We actually did a collab that we're just wrapping up now. So we're getting the edits done on that, so that'll be really cool to see. But okay, so we're gonna focus, we're gonna get things done, and then we can come back and chit chat a little bit. All right, 10, 15 minutes is a good warm up. Okay, let me get, there we go. Here's a nice one. Okay. Whoops, wrong YouTube. Oh, the Writing Violet has also joined us. Hello. We're just about to get into it as soon as I can figure out how the internet works. Share screen. Haha. There we are. There we go. That's better. Yes, we have a couple of us from the AuthorTube sort of realm. But okay, so we're going to get going. We're going to get going. If you're sitting like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like I am, make sure you just have a nice stretch so so that your spine doesn't completely cave in on you. Oh, there you are. Yes, that is the YouTube channel. That is awesome and it's really cool. Naomi just moved to the north of Sweden, so I have another fellow newbie Swede, except she makes much better videos than me. So let us get some shenanigans done. So have a good stretch. Make sure you're not sitting like a writer. I'll stop calling us out on our bad spines when we start actually fixing them. Hi, Jessica. We're just about to get rolling here. So make sure you stretch, have some water, coffee, tea, whatever you need to get you going. And I'll see you at the end of the countdown. Go! All right. And we're back. Before anyone does anything else, make sure you hit save. Okay? Save your work. Do not lose anything. That timer was brought to us by the lovely Jules at the Dawdling Writer. I do really like her timers because they are silent. I know a lot of people like the background music, but YouTube can sometimes shut off a stream in the middle of it because of music going in the background that it thinks is copyright music and it's not. So I like her timers because they are quiet, but they have that little chime at the end. So let me know how that went for you, what you guys got done. Thank you, Naomi. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. One of these days I'll get my videos up to your editing level. I just need to figure out what I'm doing. Oh, and Sui joined us. Hello, hello. So nice to see more wonderful human beings. Let's see. I'm focusing on studying for the genetics exam because that's the one that I have first. I know some of us are doing other things. I know we have a couple of writers with us, mostly writers, and we have Naomi here today. But I'm working on the school stuff. So I got right now what I'm actually doing is going through previous exams because fun fact, in Sweden, previous exams are considered public documents by law, which means that if I ask for last year's exam, they have to give it to me. And most of them are online anyways. So I'm actually just making a reference chart of things that they have asked on previous year's exams, and then I'm using that to create an outline to study from. Because that just makes the most sense, you know? Finish the blurb for my fantasy teleplay. Ooh, teleplay. That could be interesting. Are we looking at just writing this out, or are there productions in the works? I always think it's cool when you get to see people write things and then you actually get to see them, you know? Da, da, da. It isn't off must I hate the dialogue. My neighbors used to think that I was insane because the only way I can get dialogue right is when I'm saying it out loud because otherwise it sounds very unnatural. So I was just that person walking around in my neighborhood speaking different lines of dialogue in the voices, oftentimes with movement and gesturing. So it got a little weird. Got a little weird. But yes, they are required to post the exams, which is awesome. Also, you can retake the exam as many times as you want. I mean, like there's only set times you can take it. You have to sign up. But like if I fail this exam, I can sign up to retake it in a couple of months on whatever exam date is in the future. And then if I fail that one, I can do it again the next exam date because they don't actually care how long it takes you to figure it out. All they care is that you do, which on the one hand is like very strange coming from an American school system, and on the other hand is absolutely phenomenal because it means that all you have to do is figure it out eventually, you know? Oh, there is production in the works with your director friend. Ooh, it is nice when you have friends that are sort of that we can lean on and draw from, you know? Because like I have 6 kids books out and I can't draw. And with kids books, it's mostly about the illustrations a lot of the times. So if I hadn't been able to find someone who was willing to work with me on that, it wouldn't have happened. So that's exciting. Do you mind telling us what it's about, or is it top secret? I don't know. But if you want to tell us what it's about, that would be cool. I hate trying to correctly edit dialogue so it has the appropriate punctuation and grammar. Okay, so you actually can manage to do it. It's just the nitty gritty bits. I can see that. I can see that, especially with because people don't always speak in a grammatically correct way is another thing that I have a problem with. Because, like, he'll go through and you take it to an editor and they're like, I'm going to fix that. And it's like, no, don't. I want them to talk like that. Bailey, I'm Canadian. You can challenge exams, but you usually need to redo the class. Yeah, in Sweden, you don't need to redo the class. You just need to redo the exam because your grade is a combination of a couple different things. It's the exam, usually a couple of seminars, which are like group discussions that you have to participate in. And sometimes if you fail that, you can take an alternative assignment, like writing up an article or something like that. But you have to really not be paying attention to fail most seminars. And then there's usually a group project. One of our group projects we just finished. That was for my Animals and Laboratory Sciences course, which I'm very excited about because I don't know how much more Googling I could have taken in that class. It's a lot of very grim things that you need to absolutely get right. Making it look right. Yeah. Yeah, that's always tricky. It's always tricky. Okay. So, how are we feeling? Was that like a good length? Should we try and go for a little bit longer? Let me guys know. Throw out some numbers. Let me know. Let me know what we're thinking. I always feel like starting off with the big long sprints, a lot of people sort of can't do the longer ones. If I can get in the zone, though, I could disappear for like 20, 30, 40 minutes, which makes it a slightly different thing. Oh. Okay, so Jessica, it's in the very early stages, but it's set in a world based on pre-colonial Africa, all-black cast, fantasy based on real history. Ooh, that sounds cool. It's funny because so much of obviously colonized history is you get taught what happened after the white guys showed up. So I always think it's really interesting when you start learning about all these different things that are happening all over the world before anyone pale arrived on the scene, you know? Okay. We are only filming next year. We are filming our debut feature film in July. Oh, that's so exciting. Is this something that we're going to be able to like see? Is it going to be available online or is this something that is going to be like local, theater shows or something like that? Because I would love to, if I could be able to watch it from somewhere here, buy a download on iTunes or pay-per-view or whatever else. I know it gets a little tricky with different countries because like there are things that are super easy for me to find and watch in the US that I just can't get in Sweden, including all of Hulu, which annoys me. But I could fix that with a VPN if I was bothered. I just am not bothered. Okay, so let's see. Miss Jules has a variety of different timers up here. So since I'm not getting any numbers, let's see. Would you guys be okay jumping to a 25 or is that too long? Oh, here we go. Do we want to do a Pomodoro? Low-key because my attention span dies after. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So we could do a 25. We'll max out your attention span. And then we can take another little break and chit chat a little. Independent production, but it will be available worldwide. Okay, so I will be able to see it. It's easier to get a film on streaming platforms if the film's already made, less of a financial risk. That makes sense. I have to admit, I haven't thought much about sort of the film industry. I mean, I make videos, but I make them from my cell phone. So I don't think that's the same kind of, you're not thinking about production at that point, It's a different sort of level. Okay, writing violets down for the 2025. Colonization happened in Africa long before white people showed up. Huh, okay. We're now talking about a bit of history that I have no experience in and know nothing about, but I am down for it. I'm always looking to learn new stuff. That's why I went to grad school. All right, okay, so we're in agreement. We're in agreement. We're going to get a 25 in. We're going to max out our attention spans. And then we can take a little bit of a break. Oh, just make sure your back's not arched. Try and have a little stretch. Oh, you know it's bad when you can hear things pop. Try have a little stretch. Make sure you've got your water, your coffee, your tea. I've switched to tea because if I have coffee at this point, I will not sleep. By the way, it's 3:30 in the afternoon where I am. So, you know, the sun will be down in 20 minutes. Great. Have a little stretch. Get your drink. Let me get the next timer up. Oop. She has a bunch of these, by the way. I know there's several different people who've created timers, but Jules has quite a few of them, which I quite like because that way I don't have to go fishing for them. They're right there, and I know that they're there. African tribes colonizing one another. Huh. Yeah, I had no idea about that. I know that kind of thing happened in North America. Now, I don't know if colonizing is the right word for that, but like maybe colonizing is the right word for that. I don't know. I enjoy history when it's told by a small dog or an animated TV show. I did not enjoy history when I had a test on it, so I didn't pay attention much. But okay, so have a nice little stretch. Make sure you're seated okay. Have something to drink, and I'll see y'all soon. Go! And we're back. And yes, Keshe, that was for you. While we were working, we were joined by the wonderful Cache Warren. She streams on Saturdays and Thursdays, I think it is, right? You just wrapped up your short story Saturday stream. Got a whole story done in one go. Like, I know I've been in the zone before, but I don't think I've ever managed to finish something in one go. That is impressive. And I know, right? Bailey and Jessica have been talking about how nice, and Writing Violet, about how nice it is when the streams are sort of small. And I'm like, yeah, for me, the reason I like doing these and the reason I like being a part of them is it feels like the study groups that I used to be a part of in person, where you had that collaboration and you helped each other like keep on track. And even if I got less done in an hour, I was more inclined to keep going when I was in some kind of a group setting, because after like an hour of studying on your own, your brain's kind of like, I've done the work, I can leave now. But no, you're all here to make sure I keep studying, and it's working because I have created a table indexing all of the questions and subjects that I'm going to have on my genetics exam. So hopefully I will be able to find the various assorted reference materials to go with it. I like starting with things organized though, because there's no point in me having QTLs listed in 4 different sections. Although now I need to figure out how to calculate recombinant frequencies. I don't like math. I can do it. I just don't like it. So that'll be interesting. So let's see how you guys are doing. Yeah, they're definitely a major vote for my mental health and also a major drain on my internet usage, but seem to be working. Oh, yay! 899 words done with the chapter. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So at least one of us was actually getting stuff done. Did some brainstorming for the screenplay. I'm going to be sharing, collaborating, seeing what's going on. Tried to wrap her head around Jessica's teleplay, got out of bed. Oh, yoga video. Whose yoga videos are you listening to? I tried a Yoga with Adriene video once, and I'm not fit enough to do that. So I got about 10 minutes in, and then I just sat there watching the video of the yoga that I was supposed to be doing. So it didn't really work for me. I have actually been doing, this is something I've been doing an experiment with actually. I've been watching Headspace on Netflix. I don't have the app, but Headspace did come out with a Netflix series. So I've been doing that in the mornings instead of yoga. I know it's not exercise, so it doesn't really count, but it has been helping me not deep scroll in my phone, because it's very easy to pick up your cell phone first thing in the morning, and then 4 hours later you don't know what happened, but you've run out of Instagram. Cole Chance Yoga, Sarah Beth Yoga, and Ariana Elizabeth. Okay, I am writing those down. Give me one sec. Cole Chance, Sarah Beth, Ariana Elizabeth. Yeah, because it is one of those things where you need to find someone on your speed or else you're not going to do it. Yeah, trying yoga with Adriene almost killed me. Yeah, same. It doesn't go well for me. There's a minimum fitness level. I wish that, when you go to a takeout place, I mean, not now, but before, and on the menu, they had like a certain number of chilies next to food based on how spicy it is. Like, can we have that for yoga? Like level 1 is just downward dog. Level 2 is, I don't know, that one where you gotta like star or whatever, and then it just gets progressively harder. That would be nice, actually. That would be really good. So I could assess how crazy a class is before I even start doing it. My idea of yoga is getting out of bed and everything cracking. That's actually not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, as long as you're stretching, sort of. Stretching routine videos are also nice. Yeah, I feel like yoga is the slightly more athletic older cousin of that. But fun fact, I thought I wanted to be a ballerina when I was a little girl. I don't. I am deeply impressed with the physical aptitude that ballerinas have and the amount of rigor and training that's involved in that. But I don't want anything to do with that. Like 10 years later, I figured out that the reason I thought I wanted to be a ballerina was because I was just doing the first 15 minutes of the video, which was basically stretching. So it was basically like beginner yoga, followed by some prancing around in a circle. And I was like, yay, I'm a ballerina. And then they would start doing actual ballerina stuff on the VHS tape. And I'd be like, no, I'm going to go do something else now. Or I'd rewind and do it again. Yeah, now I want to try yoga with Adrian just to understand the death yoga. Yeah, it's not what I would recommend for beginners. Let's put it that way. She does have beginner videos on there, like specifically for beginners. And so I tried one of those and it was still just too tough for me. I think if I repeated it a couple of times, maybe because then I'd have to spend less time looking at the screen. But it's just intense. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. I don't know how you blew out your knee, but you've had a busted knee for a little bit now, haven't you? Um, yeah, my dad had to have his knee, his hip was replaced and his leg was shattered. So I tried to get him into yoga and I managed to get him to do it. Like just basic 5-minute sunrise salutations. I managed to get him to do it twice. Each time he said he felt great. For since then, can't get him to do it. He's just like, no, it's too much. Too much. Okay, since Christmas. Well, take it easy on your knees. Knees are a joint that takes a long time to heal because they have low vascularity, so you're not getting a lot of the stuff that you need to heal. Also, fun thing, neutrophils like knees. They like to collect in there when you have an infection. That's a random bit of information that I get for reading immunology textbooks late at night. But let's move on. Yeah, okay, we're gonna keep we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We gotta keep your brain back into it, Bailey. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Maybe we'll try a shorter one again now, huh? We did a little one. We did a long stretch. So maybe now we'll go back and throw some times at me. See what kind of times we want to do. Maybe we'll go a little shorter. Yeah. Knees are complicated bits of human machinery, and they don't like to be repaired. They just continue to be annoying. They do recover eventually on their own, but unfortunately, there's not much you can do to speed up that process. You just have to not mess it up further in the meantime. Okay, so I'm going to start getting a timer ready. Make sure that you guys are saving your work. If you have it on autosave, double check it. Okay, Sui says 15. Sui, you are first in, so we'll go with you. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what kind of shenanigans my darling Jules has up here. Oh, the penguin! Let's do the penguin. The penguin is cute. I like the penguin. Okay, so make sure you're saving your work. If you have a moment, since we've been talking about yoga, go ahead and try and correct your posture a little bit. I know as we're writing, we sort of like go from upright and correct posture to like little goblin cave trolls. So just Just try and roll your shoulders out and correct that a little bit. We'll get Jules' timer up here. I like the penguin. Penguin is cute. So cute. All right. It is 1 a.m. Oh, right. Wait, Australia, right? So you're how many hours ahead of me are you then? 5 hours? Yeah, you're 5 hours at. Okay, so I'm 6 hours off the East Coast, and then you're 5 hours off me. It's a big time gap. Big time gap. All right, let's see if we can get. Let's try and get one more in for Suey before your brain completely melts out your ears. Okay? Make sure you save your work, stretch, drink water, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Congratulations, you finished. Uh, where did I put you guys? There you are. I don't know how that one was for you guys, but real quick, make sure you save. Hit the save button right now. If you haven't done it already, hit save. But it's been going really well for me. I have gotten all of the questions that I need to answer into a table. And now I've gone through and I've categorized them based on like, oh, I remember this being from lecture 1 or this being from lecture 2, and I've managed to group them together like that. And now I'm going through one of my old lectures to try and create notes that will help me fit. Yay! You're done! What are you done with? Did you finish chapter? Did you hit your word count goal? Are you done with the entire thing? Like, what shenanigans have we accomplished here? I want to celebrate vicariously, because I'm nowhere near done. But I am making progress, so that's always a good place to start. And yes, so about the avatar, my avatar was actually made by the illustrator for my kids' books. So she is on Instagram if you do want to check out her work. I found her on a website called hireanillustrator.com, which sounded like a fake thing to me when I first heard it, but she's done all of my books. She's amazing. She lives in Bulgaria, actually. So once I moved to Sweden, it was really nice because now we're in the same time zone.
Until your next beta reading comes back. Okay, so your beta reading, just finished an edit on a piece of Flash. Nothing to be terribly excited. You should always be excited when you're done. It's an incredible feeling. It is like that instant dopamine hit, of like checking something off a to-do list. I always, this is going to sound stupid. I always put a couple of easy wins on my to-do list whenever I'm trying to get going on a weekend or in the morning. I will put things like put the laundry in the hamper. Like not even do the laundry, just pick up the laundry from the floor and put it in the laundry hamper. And being able to check that off the list gives me enough oomph to keep going, which is a really nice feeling. Just change the ending, like it better now. Yeah, I always have to sit with projects for a little bit. I usually know where they're going. I just don't know how they're gonna get there, if that makes sense. Oh, I miss writing. I miss writing so much. Uh, oh, and Bailey is up to 1,902 words for the day. Very nice. It may be time to make breakfast. Yeah, it's almost pitch black outside right now. Almost pitch black. Bailey, you're opposite end of the world from Suey, right? You're in Canada. So it is morning for you, and it's mid-afternoon for me, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning for Suey. I love that. I can't explain how much I love that. We're three separate people on three different points of the globe, and we are all getting stuff done together because of the magicalness that is the internet. Okay, so Bailey, I think if you're ready to go and make breakfast, let's try and do, 8:30 a.m. Canada time. So we really are on like just opposite pinpricks of the world, not even all in the same hemisphere, which is just the coolest thing. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Medical things. In case anyone doesn't know, I am the world's largest nerd, and I'm currently in grad school for experimental and biomedical research. So, absolutely. If you're talking about how like nursing schedules work, I will not be able to help you. But if we're looking at the actual shenanigans, well, then I can absolutely help you out. Um, you're in the same time zone as me, but it's still sunny. You're further south, aren't you? Where are you? It's not possible for you to be in Sweden because it's dark. Like, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. It's pitch black. Yeah, you do manual therapy, so you can also do shenanigans. Luxembourg! Okay, so you're significantly further south. Not south enough to be warm, but south enough to be still looking at blue skies. Are they nice? I miss them. I miss blue skies. Okay. Okay, we're losing the plot, and I'm losing my mind. I say we try and get one more in. What do you guys think? We could stretch. Yes, Suey, we know it's pitch black where you are. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Here, I'm gonna put my email in the chat. See if that works. Ah, it did. So you can go ahead and send me, and that goes the same for you guys. If you ever have medical or sciencey questions, I am sort of the default proofreader for quite a few of my writer friends who try and do science stuff. Um, Although if you haven't done a basic Google search first, just fair warning, you may want to do that first because I'm not great with tact when someone hasn't put in the bare minimum, you know? It's kind of like when someone sends something to you to edit it and like you can tell this is a zero draft and they've never even like reread their own work. That's always frustrating because it's like, no, you need to do a little bit of the work and then that'll help you. But that could just be because I'm a tutor, so I got that a lot. Because science is awesome. I'll be honest, I don't have a real answer for that. I just, I remember when I was 8, the neighbor had a garage sale, like 4 blocks down from my house. And I borrowed the neighbor's gardening wagon because they were selling a bunch of books for 25 cents a piece. And I bought the 4th edition of a biology textbook that I actually studied from years later, but the 7th edition. And I was 8 and I was sitting there flipping through pictures of cells and organelles and trying to figure out all of the nerdiness. And I just thought it was the absolutely coolest thing in the universe. Like we're all just these weird organic machines with all these moving parts that we don't understand. And I think that's the bit I like about everything is you know that bit where you ask a question and someone has an answer, and then you ask a question on that, and you have another answer, and then you keep asking questions and following down the rabbit holes until eventually an adult will say, I don't know. Or better yet, we don't know. Like no one's figured it out yet. And that I always thought was the coolest bit when you get to the point where nobody knows. We're all still just trying to like puzzle it together, like DNA methylation. Oh, I'm gonna go on a nerd rant if I start talking about methylation. Uh, but yeah, basically because we're weird organic machines, and I like to tinker, but not with electricity because that hurts. So I'll just tinker with organic things. Hopefully, I won't electrocute myself with the IncuSite next semester. I don't think that's physically possible, but you know, I'll find a way. I'll manage to. Hopefully it won't, but hopefully everything will be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. All right, so I say, let's see, what time is it? 4:34. Okay, 4:34. So why don't we'll do 20 minutes. Is that okay? Do we think we can stretch that far? Take a break if you need to. Go have some breakfast. Call it a night. But if you're still here with me and your brain's still working, maybe we can try and stretch for a 20. And then call it a good day. I think that sounds about right. Let's see. Ooh, steampunk. No, that's a 60-minute timer. I almost clicked on it just because of the watch. No 60-minute timers. That's too much. That's too much even for me. Too much even for me. All right. So save your work. Correct your posture. Try and roll out your shoulders if you can, and make sure you are drinking and get up and move around if you have to, or fix yourself some breakfast. And if you need to actually sleep, I completely understand. Yeah, need food because brain is done. Well, enjoy food and congrats on your progress. You got a lot done considering the day is just starting for you. So take that as a win and sally forth. For the record, that's a weird expression. I don't know why I said that. Need to stop watching historical documentaries. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get one more done, guys. See you on the other side. And let's get to it. Congratulations! We finished. Oh, oh my God, my hair. Nah, stop doing that. I tend to run my hands through my hair when I'm thinking, in case anyone can't tell, which often results in me pulling off an Einstein impersonation. But okay, make sure you save your work wherever you're at. Make sure you hit save. I have moved on to taking notes within my notes based on the things that were highlighted as important for my exam. So now I'm going through different types of behavioral assays, including the open field test and thigmotaxia, which is a fancy word for how often an animal will run out into the open versus how often they want to stay on the side. Thigmotaxia, your word of the day that you'll never need to use, but it's still cool. All right, let's see how everyone's doing. Knocked out the yoga, started your Duolingo lesson for the day. Oh, that's awesome. You're on a roll. Which language are you learning? I keep feeling like I need to address the fact that I don't speak Swedish. But it's been made harder by the fact that I'm not leaving the house, so I can't practice. Eventually, though, I will have to learn Swedish. And as my dad pointed out, if I don't learn it now in the next year or two, I never will. If I can't bring myself to learn Swedish while I'm living here, it's just not going to happen. Which I got pissed about because it was true. Sent an email and got lost. Yeah, my brain's starting to impersonate your YouTube name. It's being a little bit of a pain. I managed to focus for that last one, but I could feel myself slipping, words were there and I moved them over, but I'm not entirely sure if they sunk in the process in between. So I think that's probably a sign that we should get ready to wrap today up. It keeps telling me more people are learning Swedish via Duolingos than natives. Yeah, Swedes like Duolingo. A lot of people here will use Duolingo to learn either English or whatever else. It's a very popular app here. I didn't know that it was more. There's not that many people uh, in Sweden. So that means there's not that many people using Duolingo, or at least not as many as I thought. We're not a big country. Uh, but yeah, I know my neighbor's using it to learn either French or Dutch. I can't remember. I can't remember. And I tried using Duolingo for Swedish, but I say I don't speak it. I speak enough that the free stuff on Duolingo does not help me. I can talk to a 2-year-old. I can say things like, the grass is long, and your truck is cool, and the sky is blue, and I like snow. Can you tell that I spend most of my time practicing with the 3-year-old next door? Like that's about as far as I'm advancing, because he's the only one I can really chat with. So I eventually I need to just buckle down, but that will be something to deal with after final exams. So I think we're gonna call it a night or morning. Morning. If you are in the morning bit of the world. Suey, you're in morning, but it's not the type of morning where you should be doing things. It's the morning where you should have gone to bed already, I think. Oh, so I hope this helped. I know I always really like it when I can get a stream done. I like getting streams done early. I do know that there's not a lot of streams when I'm actually calling it morning, but I don't get up until the sun shows up anyways, and that's not till 10 a.m. So hopefully this managed to help get some of us on track. I know a bunch of us managed to knock some stuff out of the park. Cachet's on a roll. Suey managed to tick something off her list. And Bailey, while she was with us, got 1,900 words in. So I'm going to call this a win and hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your Sunday and rest of your weekend. And I'll be seeing you in some other streams soon. Bye. Oh, can I watch TV in Swedish? No. I mean, I could. I don't know what they're saying. And I tried watching children's shows in Swedish, but they sound funny. Like they sound like cartoon characters, which I have no idea what they're saying. I did get a book. That's gone now. En magikens huset är tradet. The magician's house in the forest. But yes, so I'm working on it, but it's a slow process. So maybe I'll do one of those like I learned Swedish in 30 days challenges. See if that works at all. And thank you guys for stopping by. And yes, I'm definitely going to wrap it up and I'm going to go get some food. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, and check out, we're going to have a collab coming up this week that Naomi was in. So make sure you check that out. It'll be up Friday. You're going to like it. It's very cool. Bye for real this time.